What's up, everybody? Welcome back to JSMB Project. So today we got the man, the myth, the legend, SMRunning man. Welcome to my show.
Hello. How are you? Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
All right.
So Tim,
It's a pleasure, bro.
yeah, man. So we've been working for this for a couple, quite a while now, man. To
Yeah.
try to get Tim into the to shoot a video.
Yeah.
How long has it been?
I'd say about 2 months back. We've just been, hit and miss.
Yeah.
We communicate over social media. Finally, I'm glad that we got this going. So, yeah.
Yeah, last
Let's do
time, yeah, let's do it, man. Last time I remember when last time when I really spoke to you, you didn't even have Instagram. You know, I just saw you running a couple times.
Right.
Out of nowhere, you just blew up, man.
Yeah.
How's the fame?
Still getting used to it. It's cool. It's a little overwhelming,
Yeah.
at times. But to be honest, I'd rather have it than not have it. I like the attention. It's cool. So and it makes me overall to be a better person in society and be a role model for younger kids and just be positive
That's good, man.
in everyday life. That's what it's all about.
That's good.
Thank you.
So let's start the interview.
Okay.
All right,
Shoot.
Tim. So who was little Tim?
Um,
Childhood Tim.
As a child, growing up, my parents didn't have a lot of money. They were separated. I was very shy, but very curious about life. Always felt a little distant from the other kids that I was growing up with, that were family raised and did the normal birthdays and dinners. I never had a actual sit down dinner every night like most families do.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does that make sense? So yeah, I just felt a little different. Going to my friend's house at a young age, spending the night, and seeing how they were living with their families. I felt a little odd.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have that. My dad would just give me money before he'd go to work at night. My dad was a waiter and he would work nights, so he'd just leave money for me above the TV, and I would just go to 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And grab a freaking frozen burrito and a bag of chips, on my skateboard, and never really had that family.
The family bonding.
The family bond. Yes. So yeah. But I think it made me more. It shaped me what I am today. So.
All right, Tim. So were you like a shy person? Were you always outgoing?
No, like I said before, very shy. Very shy. Couldn't look people in the eye. Very shy when it came to talking to girls. At a young age. I just kept my distance from everybody. And the funny thing is, I remember, I think it was in 4th or 5th grade, because I didn't act the same as the other kids. And my teacher called my mother and actually asked if I was taking any medication or was on drugs because of my behavior.
Wow.
And my mom kind of tripped out because I wasn't.
Yeah.
And it made me more self-conscious. Like, I was like, damn, I'm being targeted as being on drugs or medication when I'm not. So that kind of messed with my head a little bit as a kid,
Yeah.
So, but I was always very active, and I loved to write. My grades weren't A plus. It wasn't a 5-point star kid or whatever, but I maintained a good grade point average, and but mainly my thing wasn't my thing was just being outdoors, and I just loved being out there. Always ran.
Yeah.
Always ran. I ran in track in elementary,
Yeah.
junior high, and high school. and surfed as well. You know,
Yeah.
we'll get into that later. But that's my real passion. You know, growing up with my father. My father surfed and shaped surfboards, so I kind of just like was born right into the sport of surfing.
That's awesome, man. So you're talking about your family, and you're talking like you didn't have a regular, eating at the table.
Right.
You were in 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
How did you feel at that time?
I mean, I had a lot of freedom.
Yeah.
You know, for like most kids at that age. I mean, we're talking about, let's see, yeah, between probably between third and fourth grade, I was doing stuff, you know, going out on my own and just doing my own thing. Where most kids wouldn't be let out of the house after a certain time.
Yeah.
You know, so I know it made me feel kind of cool in a way.
Yeah.
You know, because I was able to do things that the other kids weren't able to do. And the kids all loved coming over to my house because we could kind of do whatever we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're a kid, you like to kind of cause mischief. You know, just go out and do things, immature things, which I still do to this day. I'm guilty of that. You know, I just it's like I'm an adult, but I feel I'm still a minor at heart. You know, in some ways, you know, which I think that's good. I think we all have that inner kid in us. We just have to let it out, which I do on daily with my running.
That's good. When did your addiction start, Tim?
When did it start?
Yeah. Like when did you start? You know, like once you.
Alcohol or drugs? I mean, the alcohol started first, but the drugs came later. So, alcohol, you know, the progression started in high school, but the drugs came later in my mid-20s when I broke my ankle surfing Hawaii, and I got a prescription for painkillers, and already drinking at the time. Just that combination, the pills with alcohol. Yeah, you know, I got heavily addicted to opiates, and yeah, it was bad. It got to the point where I stopped surfing and running and doing anything because this was in Santa Barbara before I moved up here. Really expensive habit. Got to the point where I was just supporting my habit just to function, to be normal, to be able to go to work, or else I'd be sick. You know, yeah. For anybody who's abused opiates knows knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's not a fun thing. And I don't suggest anybody go through it. You know, it was very hard to come out of.
Okay. All right, Tim. When did you hit like rock bottom? Like the time you knew that you're like bad.
When I burned every bridge and friends that I and family in Santa Barbara with my addiction, and lost everything I owned. Yeah, the power of addiction. It took everything that I had. You know, I mean, I thought I was damaging myself, but you know, you don't realize when you're so hooked on something, you don't realize that it's affecting everybody around you. And you know, I don't want to say running away. I can't, you know, I moved up here to get away from Santa Barbara because I caused so much damage down there. And that's not, you know, I had to do what I had to do for personal reasons, but I'm not suggesting to run away from your problems is the best thing. It's best to face your problems head on, you know. but I did what I had to do, and yeah, it was hard. You know, I mean, coming off of opiates is it's just the worst feeling ever. I never want to go through it again. You know, it's whenever I want to get high now, or you know, because the obsession will come through my mind. You know, I mean, and I'm not just opiates. I'm talking about I've done everything. You know, I like speed too. You know, I've done a lot of meth, which is I think maybe made me a little crazy in some ways permanently.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I believe that. No.
No, I mean, in ways, I think it has made me more alert. I mean, but there's some people that never come out of that drug psychosis stage where they never come back because they've used just overdone it with whatever their drug of choice was. You know, I've been lucky that I haven't gone that far. You know, I've seen some people just from running on the streets, and you know, I've seen some people that are just totally out there because of their drug addiction. It's scary. You know, I don't wish anybody. You know, and even if you know, running up and down Broadway so much, you know, I see a different perspective than your normal person, your normal driver sees. A normal person that goes back and forth to work every day, does a little drive-through at Starbucks. You know, I see a lot more stuff, and you know, I see a lot of these homeless. You know, they're not crazy from the drugs; they're crazy from being on the streets. You know, I don't care who you are. If you're homeless and you're on the streets, it'll make you crazy. You know, watching everybody else conduct their normal social life. You see it just I see, you know, it's a trip what I see. You know? It's crazy. So help one another and be nice to people and smile.
So Tim, when did you start recovering?
Well, my recovery has been off and on since about 2001. You know, I would get a couple weeks, a month here and there, clean and sober, but I never actually got a lot of clean time. I mean, and being in, when you started your recovery, you're never recovered from drugs or alcohol. It's always in it. You know, it's always in us, and we have to. It's treatable. And everybody says, "Oh, you're recovered." No, it's a disease that's inside of us, and we have to make sure we treat it the right way, you know, or it'll be unleashed, basically, you know. So, I mean, and I do it with my I unleash it with my running, you know. I unleash my negative aggressions too. You know, sometimes I'm not having the best day, but when I go run, you know, and you know, I guess I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Make everything clear?
Yeah, it's. You can let out your aggressions in a positive way, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
You know, and that's what I'm doing, you know, with my running. You know. My music may not be the most positive music.
Yeah.
You know, it's I don't know if I said it yet in this interview. I listen to a lot of punk rock. It's fast, it's aggressive, but it speaks the truth about, you know, how society really is, and you know, I can really relate to it. I grew up with that since I was a kid.
All right, Tim. Tell me the moment that you decided to run. You were just like, I gotta go run.
Well, I started on a treadmill in a sober living home, which I was court-ordered to be in because of one of my mistakes.
Uh-huh.
One of my, I mean, there was a treadmill at the sober living home, and I decided, okay, I'm just going to start putting this thing to use. So I would get on it every morning for 40 minutes a day. I had a timer on it, and I was averaging around 8 to 10 miles on it every morning, and I did that for, let's see, that was late 2012, September of 2012, all the way, for about probably 7 or 8 months, and then wound up using just, the thing, just I wore the thing out. So my first run outdoors, I remember the date exactly to the T. It was July 3rd of 2013. Just decided, I'm going to go outside today. I'm going to take my first run on Broadway. I haven't stopped since.
Wow, bro.
I don't think I put in 17 miles that day, or jumped over as many cars as I do now. But still, I got out, and I just fell in love with it. Just being outside and breathing the fresh air, and even waving people to back home. Even if people didn't know me. It just it became an addiction. And I can't miss it. And it's positive, and it makes me feel good, and it's part of my recovery.
Tim, how do you feel in the moment when you're running?
It's amazing. I mean, you can't really explain. It's just like a surfer can't explain when he's in the riding a wave in the barrel. You can't explain that to somebody who's never done it. When I'm running and my balance is on, and I'm in tune, and I'm focused, and I'm alert. It's a great feeling, If anybody wants to know, they should come on a run with me, and they'll see they'll feel how I feel.
Is that a challenge?
I don't suggest coming running on Broadway and doing what I do, and especially for the younger generation out there. I have a lot of kids looking up to me, I think, and I took a picture with the Pioneer Valley High School team.
Yeah.
Cross country team the other day, and to me, that's what it inspires me when these kids come up to me and they call me the legend. They call me the city goat, and I almost got teary-eyed right there. I was coming out of IHOP, and the track team walked in, and I got a picture with all of them, and it just, from what I've been through in my life, to have these younger kids look up to me, it just makes me feel really good, and that's what it's all about. It's amazing. It's amazing what's happening. I'm at a loss of words sometimes, because so many good things are happening. I keep on, because to me as an addict and everything that's happened to me in the past, I'm always like, okay, when is the fork going to come and go? When's this going to just all go bad?
Yeah.
But if I continue to do the right thing and be productive and just conduct myself in a positive way, then I can't go wrong.
Yeah. So all people see you in Broadway, zigzag. Explain your running style.
It's a mixture between sprinting, free running, and parkour.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll add a little bit of my surfing knowledge with it too, which makes it different from any type of running that anybody does, I think. I put the way I turn, the way I bank off of things. That's from being a surfer. I try and do it somewhat with style too. Being a surfer, I grew up, always making, just not being a spaz about it. Very fast and quick, but doing it with finesse and style. That's how I try and portray myself. I don't know. Some people probably think I'm freaking crazy, but you know, and that's the zigzagging that became a what do you say, a meme?
A quote, like you feel like a quote.
Yeah, a quote. Somebody put it over Facebook because running straight is boring. Just zigzag. So I guess that's my new quote, my new saying. So
That's good, man. Explain the feeling when you see people smiling and waving at you, Tim.
it's amazing, you know. I get teary-eyed sometimes, just because I'm just filled with emotion when I see that other people are rooting for me or cheering me on or waving or honking their horn, and it gets me more amped to do what I love to do, you know, when I'm running out there too. So just 2 days ago, this lady approached me out of nowhere. That I guess is following me on my Instagram, and yeah, you know, yeah, I'm at a loss for words right now. I mean, she came up to me, and she had the courage to come up to me. Didn't even know me, you know, and I think it's hard for people just to come up to me and do what she did. She came at and asked me if she's like, I want to buy you a pair of running shoes, and she took me. Yeah, she took me to I forget the name of this, the shoe store, the one up by Walmart, whatever.
Shoe Factory, Shoe Palace.
I don't know. I tagged it on my, check it on my post. I tagged it on there.
Yeah.
Because I posted a picture with her.
Yeah.
But either way, it doesn't. She went out of her way to get me a pair of shoes, which were these ones right here. And I was blessed, very blessed that there are people that'll just do something like that for somebody,
Yeah.
And that just goes to show me that I am doing the right thing in life, to have people go out of their way, and I even asked her to. I said, you want me to at least give you half the money? And she said, no, this is coming from my heart. And it made me feel really good. Even today, or on the way this morning, I was running down Broadway, and I passed by Santa Maria Burger, and I had a family come out that didn't even know me, and they offered me breakfast.
Wow.
Yeah, and I just respectfully said no, thank you, because I don't like to eat heavy when I do run.
Yeah.
It slows me down. So yeah, it's just more stuff like that's happening. So I think I'm lighting up the city with my running. It's just
Yes, you
and
are.
I don't
dude.
mean to be saying that in a cocky or arrogant way. That's it. I feel that with the backing of the community, it just who knows what could happen in the future for me. Very excited.
So Tim, you've been you've grown your page, your Instagram, your page has grown so big. You get some negative comments. How do you handle the haters?
Just block them. I mean, that's as simple as that. But there was a couple of reposts of mine on some other pretty big pages of funny skits. The Red Zone family, for instance. Food's Gone Wild. Those big pages that have a lot of followers. And the people who don't know me, who have never seen me run, I mean, of course, they were judging the book by its cover. They were assuming the worst. There was comment after comment. Oh, he's crazy. Oh, he's on drugs. Kids stay on drugs. It's just, and I fed into that. I got really depressed one day because it was like people that I'll never meet though before that have nothing better. I know, and this post that they posted, I mean, within 2 days it hit like 30,000 views.
Wow.
And there was about 40 negative comments. So that's not that bad out of all the views that it did get. And there was people backing me saying that I'm in recovery and I'm not on drugs. So The people that do talk shit and make comments, they don't get it, and they never will.
They will never will.
So, I mean, leave it at that. And they're always going to be out there, and I just, I'll pray for you, the negative people. Just smile. That's what I do to a lot of people. When if I see somebody give me a dirty or awkward look, I won't get negative and cuss at them or flip them off. Whatever. This is all I do. Like this. Smile. And we all know what that means. Just smile. Be happy. There's no reason to be miserable.
What makes you inspire people?
My inspiration to people, just getting out and doing it every day. Doing what I do, no matter what. It may not be, I may not be the fastest, or I may not be the most physically sculpted athlete, but I think I'm inspiring people because I get out every single day and I push at the 17 miles a day in the parkour free running style that I run. And it's very, I'm proud of myself because it takes a lot of discipline. It's like I've trained myself to just to push myself. I think it's inspiring to a lot of people.
Thank you. What is your single most important goal?
To have a family one day. Raise a little one, he or she, and take him out running with me and take him surfing with me too. And just continue to stay active and just let people know that no matter how low or what you've done in the past, you can always start out fresh. I'm living proof of that. And you're never too old to do what you want to do. Age is just a number. Everything is it's all mental. That's it's hard to explain.
What is one question that you wish more people will ask you more often?
The one question that I want to ask me?
Like you wish people will ask you more often?
That I would wish that would people
yeah.
Just people walking by.
No, there you go. Yeah.
Why I run the way I run, and I like when people ask me that question, and I wish it would be asked more. So I tell them, it's like it's almost similar to surfing the way I run. You ride a wave, you wouldn't ride it straight, and I've kind of like portrayed that into my running, with the zigzagging and the turning, and the banking off of things, and it's a better workout.
It is.
This isn't I'm quoting somebody else on this, but I think I want to get this out there because I think it relates to me. If you see an ant farm, you see hundreds of thousands of ants doing the same old thing day in and day out. Same thing. Marching in a line. Working whatever they do. Ants do on their little ant farm. But you see this one ant jumping around doing all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah.
What are you gonna remember?
That one ant.
From that ant farm.
Yeah, that one ant.
Whether you like it or you don't like it, you're gonna remember that out of that ant farm. I think I'm that ant.
Oh, dang, Tim. That hits hard, dude.
Thank you.
Alright, Tim. If today was your last day, you became the most successful person, you're most successful yourself, you know, you wrote a book or most bestseller, you know, you started your own YouTube channel, your
Right.
IG page hits the millions, you just become super successful. However, everything vanishes, and you only have a piece of paper and a pen. What would you write down?
Just zigzag.
Wow.
No, I mean, but to me, it's not a, yeah, all the fame and the money and whatever you want to call it. Yeah, this could all be gone tomorrow, and as long as I have my my physical health, that's all I care about. You know, and inspiring people, putting if I can put a smile on somebody's face at the end of the day because they're having a bad day, it makes me feel better. You know, it's not about making money or advertising. It's just, you know, and I think, and people need to just help one another. You know, it's not that hard. You see somebody having trouble across the street, you help them. You know, you see somebody having trouble lifting something, you help them. Regardless, you don't overthink it. You just do it. You know, just be positive.
Well, thanks again, Tim. You know, you're the man, you're the myth, you're the legend, and it's such a big pleasure actually, you know, sitting down interviewing you because I know you're a busy person, dude. I know you see you through Broadway, up and down. You're doing a lot of advertisement.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for you, man.
Thank you for having me on your show. I appreciate that.
Also, don't forget, follow Tim and IG on SMRunning, man.